West Goodwin from last year about this time now?
I'd probably say I feel like he definitely started out when he started out. He had a lot of knowledge of the game and had a really good scheme defensive wise, but he's definitely implemented some different changes during the offseason as far as, just little things to, confuse the offenses and more different blitz patterns just to improve the defense because he's always, trying to look for ways that he can improve not just himself but also the defense and the players and us as a group. That's something I really noticed throughout the offseason.
Hey, it's David Hook, TigerNet.com. I've asked this of everybody, but you've had 30-something practices since you last played in a game, spring, fall. Is it finally time to go and hit on somebody else, another team besides your teammates?
Yeah, I definitely feel like I, myself, and also my teammates, we're ready to get out there and for the season to start. We've been competing against each other all this time, making each other better, but now it's time to, we're excited to be able to see the work pay off and face more talent, face other great players around the country, so we just can't wait.
A lot of what people remember is that Tennessee game. Is it important to kind of, show a different side to this defense and this team, that we're not that team that we were, in December or January for you?
Yeah, I feel like we definitely learned from that game. We, watched the film, got better, and just made sure that we, over the offseason, we try to work on those things. And we're excited to, come out there and, start off on a good note as a team, as a defense. And we're ready to show, like, all that work and all that grinding that we did in the offseason pay off.
I think one of the things that Coach Goodwin was emphasizing coming into the season was turnovers. How do you guys practice that? How do you make that a habit to force more of those?
Really just our practice habits. I mean, the coaches on the defensive side especially, they try to point out, when you're going to maybe tag off a running back in the flat, go for the ball, like practice punching at the ball, or if you're the second guy in, trying to rip the ball out. And it's, getting those practice habits because as players and as coaches, we know if you're doing it in practice, where humans are creatures of habit. So if you're doing it in practice, it will carry over into the game.
How often are you guys doing that? I think Axel was saying you have a turnover circuit.
Yeah, before every single practice, we have a turnover circuit. We'll do scoop and score. Coach will throw the ball, pick it up, score. We'll we'll have an assistant or GA, holding the ball. We got to work on ripping out the ball from behind the ball carrier. Just different stuff like that we try to do before every single practice. And I feel like in practice it carries over. Like when we're playing, trying to swap down balls or rip the ball out, it definitely shows in practice. So hopefully, when it comes game time, we can get those turnovers.
Jeremiah, when you look at the progress that you guys have made as a defense, I don't know, maybe even more mentality than actually like physical attributes or qualities on the field, where are you most proud? Where do you remind your teammates when you're hyping them up of the progress you guys have made in that hard work you put in, even just in these last couple of weeks of fall camp?
I'd probably say the leadership. I feel like we got a lot of veteran guys coming back, a lot more experience on the defensive side as far as, just what we need to do, the way we need to lead by example. And the leaders on the defense, we definitely got a lot of leaders all across the team, but on the defense specifically, people have really grown. Have young guys are even stepping up too, coming in, freshmen coming in. They don't shy away from stepping into that leadership role and showing guys what has to be done. But I feel like as a team, that's something I really noticed, and I'm really glad that we got more leaders stepping up and just showing leading by example. I'll say.
Where have you seen, why is that so important? You can always have that strong leader that you're all doing it for, but to have this committee of leaders, why do you think that's more beneficial to the team this year?
I feel like having leaders on the team is very beneficial because, when guys are maybe straying off course or, they're not seeing the end goal, those leaders are going to be the ones that, bring everybody back in line, straighten them up. And when you have everybody on the team that wants to be a leader and wants to, have that mindset, it makes it so much easier, and it just really builds the team chemistry.
Kobe, McLeod, and D. Craig, the two backups right behind you, the linebacker. Tell me about those guys and what's impressed you.
Man, they're grinders, they're hard workers, students of the game. They want to know not just their job, but the guys around them, and they really just have the keys that you need at the linebacker position to be successful. I'm really excited about those guys, and I'm going to definitely still be watching them grow. I can't wait to see what their journey has in store for them. But that's one of the biggest keys. I feel like they just always asking questions. Always want to know how, what, when, why, and I feel like that's like something that really can develop them into great linebackers here for Clemson.
Goodwin mentioned you're all good hamstring-wise, health-wise. How are you feeling there? And how much were you able to go throughout fall camp because of that?
Yeah, I'm definitely feeling good. I got a great staff in the training room, helping me, recover and get back, and I'm definitely going to be ready for Duke.
Jeremiah, how did you use the downtime then to your advantage? Not being able to be actually out there physically, how did you use it to your advantage then?
For me, I was really taking mental reps. Coaches always emphasize how you may not be doing the rep physically, but if you take the rep mentally, it's like you're doing it, and you can still retain everything that you need to. And I really just try to lock in on that while I was out, making sure I try to get, I'll get the call, I'll look at the formation, I'll go through my responsibility, what I might do against this lineman here, what I might not have done. And I just tried to do that when I was out and couldn't do it physically.
Anybody else for Jeremiah in the room before we open it up to Zoom?
What's your weekend look like? You guys were just waiting around till Monday to play. It's now been 2 weeks of weekends of college football that you've been able to watch. Do you watch it? Do you enjoy kind of having a little bit of that moment to be a viewer and a fan and watch some college football?
It's definitely nice to be able to see other teams play, to see how everybody getting back into it, but still the coaches have structured the week, so we're still going through our regular game week, with the mental Monday, Tanoga Tuesday, working men Wednesday, all that. It's just on different days. So like today is mental Monday, but it's Wednesday. So it's still structured in a way so we can have our mind right. And as we go through the week, we're still focused on, the upcoming game.
Any questions for Jeremiah from Zoom? Anyone else in the room?
Jeremiah, after being ranked number 7 in the ACC coming into this season, are you looking at this as an honor or more as motivation going into your first game?
It's definitely a blessing. I'm glad that I was able to receive that recognition. But for me, I don't really focus too much on rankings. I want to, go out there and prove it now, prove it against Duke and take it 1 week at a time. Just try to do as much as I can, to help out my guys. That's really the only focus I'm worried about right now. And, all those awards and everything that come later on, it definitely would be a blessing. But I feel like to get those, you got to focus on the now and focus on working day by day.
Anyone else for Jeremiah? All right, thanks, John.
All right, thank you.